Welcome. Welcome again to another episode of The Whole Last Show.
Hello, pulpit.
I'm Right Cheek, aka Kevin.
Left cheek, aka Dustin.
And today we're watching something that I brought up. However, I haven't listened to any of it. Okay. I just know who the person is. And it's Scatterbrain. The guy Brian used to be the lead singer of I Prevail. I personally like I Prevail.
I do too.
But I did notice that, you know, obviously their music, not their music, their singing style changed a little bit, only a little bit, and that was because Brian had left the band. But I do like I Prevail now as it is. But we're not here to talk about I Prevail. We're here to talk about
how he prevailed.
Yeah. Yep, how he prevailed, and now it's his solo project called Scatterbrain. So the song is called Phases. Let's just get into it because I'm interested to see.
All right. Let's see.
So much for a happy ending. Everything suddenly vanished. Can't find peace of mind. I'm damaged. Didn't go the way I planned. I fall to the stars like a man. Gonna let you fuck your mind, and I'll let you allow it. Believe what you said. Emotion, malice. We take what we get, and that's why. Been on my own, going through some changes, I'm not gonna lie. Been going through some phases, every single night. I've been getting faded, you don't like to start, but you control the ending. Now I'm gone.
Yeah, hold on a second.
You recognize the voice, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I 100% recognize
Yeah.
the voice, and it's crazy. Yeah, I know some people can talk shit. I don't care. I have not listened to that much I Prevail in a while.
Okay.
But I have heard some of their stuff that's played while I was at work.
Mm-hmm.
And how long ago did he leave? Because like one of the newest ones, I don't know the name of the song, but
I don't know. I should say I don't remember. But it wasn't recently. It's been a little bit that he's gone.
Been a few
that
years.
he's been gone. Yeah.
Okay,
But
that makes sense then.
Yeah, because you can tell that their sounds a little bit. I'd say more hardcore. If I should say, like, yes, they're still singing and all this other stuff, but it's a little bit more on the more like metal side.
Mm-hmm.
But they like I said, they still sound good regardless. Like, I still like them regardless. This is one of those instances where like they changed lead singers, and I still like the band. Like,
Yeah.
not much really changed other than Brian's voice not being there. And it's not like they got someone to replace him that sounds like him either.
Yeah.
But I still like it regardless. Now, I want to continue on to see what where Scatterbrain goes.
Okay. No, I mean I'm down for it. I was just saying, like, I like listening to this.
Yeah.
Compared to like a song or two I've heard recently, you definitely hear the difference.
Yeah. Now I'm assuming that this is just more of a collection of him and music that he's wanted to make for a while now. Like his version of music that he's wanted to make for a while now. So we'll see where it goes from here.
Okay.
I've been on my own, going through some changes, I'm not gonna lie. Been going through some phases, every single night. I've been getting faded, you don't like to start, but you control the ending. nights like
So from a vocal injury, he basically got sidelined.
He had
and
a
in
vocal polyp.
between, yeah, and in between, he must have gotten replaced because of how, like, probably how long it took. Because of how long it took him to get back. Huh? I don't know.
That
I'm gonna have to look
sucks.
into that. I'm gonna really have to look into this. But yeah, that's what it looks like.
And the tour went on without him.
Yeah,
That sucks, bro.
and you know it happens. It happens, you know, more often than you think. I mean, look at for example, Ronnie. Ronnie went to jail and escaped
Yeah.
the fate, moved on without him. They had they had no choice. They had no choice but to move on. Well, they kind of had a choice, but they didn't at the same time. It's one of those where, like, what do we do? You know, now they made the wrong choice in just completely getting rid of him. You know, and obviously falling in reverse wouldn't happen if
We wouldn't have what we got today.
yeah, if Ronnie wouldn't have gotten kicked out of, you know,
Damn, dude.
yeah. So I mean, that's what happened. So I mean, I'm obviously he's better now, so he's back to singing. You know.
this day drag on and on. Hope you got everything you ever wanted. Turns out that I just wasn't good enough. And now I'm really holding on to something, something everybody wants it. Make a lot of people turn their back like it's nothing. Fame will come upon you, it's a curse in the night. I've been on my own, going through some changes. I'm not gonna lie, been going through some phases. Every single night, I've been getting better. Feels a little fucked up, can't believe you played me. Now I'm on my own, going through some changes. I'm not gonna lie, been going through some phases. Every single night, I've been getting better. You don't like to start, but you control the ending. Now I'm gone. It's over in the blink of an eye. Guess it's over. I can't believe you left me to die. It's not what I wanted, but it's all I got. Turns out it's for the best, and just didn't work out. Now I gotta let you go, gotta move on with my life. I've been on my own, going through some changes. I'm not gonna lie, been going through some phases. Every single night, I've been getting faded. You don't write the start, but you control the ending. Now I'm gone.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a lot to happen. Like, oh man,
Wow.
you know what?
That kind of fucking.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely want to find out more now because yeah. I might have to like go do some actual research. Unless somebody in the comments wants to help us out with you know, cliff notes in the comments. But damn, that sucks, dude.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, you quit your job. You know, you join a band. It takes off. And obviously, you know, you leave everything behind. You make the sacrifice of leaving everything behind and off of injury. But I mean, to be fair, it happens all the time though. Like that's kind of like the one of the problems with like industry stuff is, say for example, like a player gets hurt, they gotta move on. You know, the second stringer, the third stringer comes up and takes your spot. Turns out that other player can play, maybe not as good as you, but they can play regardless and fill in the position. And then when, you know, you come back from getting healed, all of a sudden they're like, no, we can still do without you. It's fine. I mean, it sucks because, I mean, with bands, it's a little different because, you know, you become friends. It's not like a collective of people that were put together by contracts. With bands, it's different because you were friends. You're friends, together, and that started this whole journey together, and you got there together. It's not like you grab a player from this state or from this state, and then you're put together as a team. Where it's strictly business. There's a little bit more involved with that. When it comes to like music, or like bands, for example, like solo artists, whatever. People come and go all the time. You know, especially with like solo artists that play with like background people like playing their instruments. You get a different guitarist one day, because this one doesn't want to play anymore, or they found they got a better contract elsewhere. You know, it's a little bit different, but when it's a band that you get together with, and especially like a band that's not famous, and then you become famous, and then like you pull through this journey of like stardom together, and for that to happen, that sucks. That's gotta suck.
It's gotta suck ass.
That's like
It's gotta be bad.
That's like growing up with a tight knit family, and then you turn like 21 or whatever, and like you come back from college, and people are like, oh no, yeah, your contract was up. Yeah, like we've kind of forgot to tell you, but we moved on as soon as you left at 18. You come back at 21, and you're like, hey, I graduated, and they're like, oh, okay, cool. Well, we moved on. We have your younger brother. Like that type of thing. Like like your contract
and
expired.
Kind of how it goes, anyways.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like think of it that way.
I mean,
It's
no,
like-
I do, but that's the sad thing.
Like, yeah, I wanna see more. I want to see more of this. Let us know in the comments what y'all think. I do like the pacing of the song though too. Though I mean, to be honest, it's a little bit more on what's kind of going on, like what people are playing nowadays. It's a little bit on the like
Poppy side.
yeah, pop side. Like more like pop trap side.
Yeah.
But I still like it regardless.
No, I mean, I like the song too, but
Yeah.
I just didn't expect the.
Yeah, the way the story,
hit like
yeah,
that.
yeah, and the story being told on screen, while the song is playing, it was really good. It was really good. So I gotta find out more.
Well, hope you liked it. I hope to see you guys on the next one. Maybe y'all have got another recommendation. Let us know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And share.
And share.
Share with your peoples,
Your mama likes them too.
Maybe. We'll see y'all next time.
Deuces.